Hello and welcome to Hooray! Today's session covers the past tense. Let's have a look at what this is all about. Tenses denote the grammatical expression of the location of events and time. They anchor an event to the speaker's experience of the world by relating the event time to a point of reference, the universal unmarked reference point, the moment of speaking, the speech time. Today we shall be covering the simple past tense, which is used to indicate an action completed in the past. The past simple, these are the forms and function. I went out yesterday. If it was in the form of a question, you'd say, did you go out yesterday? And if it was a negative connotation, then you'd say, I did not or I didn't go out yesterday. Since it denotes an action completed in the past, it could also talk about events way back in time. For example, Mozart wrote more than 600 pieces of music, or the steamer sailed yesterday. Past tense, here in the simple form, here are the examples. You've got the pronoun plus verb ending in ed. This is your direct statement. I won an important competition 2 weeks ago. She wanted to find out the truth. The next one is interrogative. Did you follow him yesterday? What did he choose? And the third one is about a negative connotation, which is a pronoun plus did plus not plus verb. They did not or didn't know where to go, or you did not or didn't do anything to help them. The past continuous is used to denote an action going on at some time in the past. The time of the action may or may not be indicated. For example, was a verb plus ing. She was reading. If you were to turn this into a question form, it would read as, was she reading? And if you put in a negative connotation, it will be, she was not or wasn't reading. This tense talks of a limited duration. For example, this time last year I was living in Brazil. It also denotes an action which was interrupted by another action in the past. I was watching TV when the phone rang. So I was watching TV is one action interrupted by the phone ringing. The past tense in the continuous form. The first example is the pronoun plus was or were plus verb ending in ing. She was running in the park when I met her. We were arguing when you came in. The next form is was or were plus pronoun plus verb ending ing, but this time it is in the question format. What were you doing when I phoned you the other day? What were you doing is your was or were plus pronoun. Doing is your verb ending in ing, whereas when I phoned you the other day denotes a past event. The next one is was he paying attention? The third one is the negative connotation. Pronoun plus was or were plus not plus verb ending in ing. They were not or weren't working when I entered the room, or he was not or wasn't playing chess. Entered the room already indicates that a past event has occurred. The past perfect simple. The past perfect is a verb tense which is used to show that an action took place once or many times before another point in the past. Read on for more detailed descriptions, examples, and present perfect exercises. The first one is your statement. You had studied English before you moved to New York. The question would be, have you studied English before you moved to New York? And the negative connotation would be, You had not studied English before you moved to New York. Now let's move on to some examples as suggested. The past perfect simple consists of further descriptions, and they are as follows. You've got the pronoun plus had plus verb ending in ed. They is your pronoun, had is the next word, found is your past tense of find, it in the bedroom gives you the location. Similarly, you have the sentence, she had liked it before the unfortunate event. Now, if you were to turn this into a question format, this is how it would be. Had plus pronoun plus verb ending in ed. Had she solved the exercise? Had you helped him? And finally, negative connotation where you have a pronoun like it is denoted in the first sentence, we. Then you have had not, which can be turned into the contraction hadn't. Waited is your verb ending in ed. For them indicates the object. Similarly, you have the sentence, you had not or hadn't forgotten about it. The past perfect continuous, also known as the past perfect progressive, is a verb tense which is used to indicate or show that an action started in the past and continued up to another point in the past. For example, you had been waiting there for me for more than 2 hours when she finally arrived. Had you been waiting there for more than 2 hours when she finally arrived? Negative, you had not been waiting there for more than 2 hours when she finally arrived. Here are some examples. You have the pronoun plus had plus been plus verb ending ing. So we is the pronoun, had been. Then comes jogging, which is your verb ending in ing. The whole morning indicates the time period. He had been playing the violin for an hour is a similar sentence. Next, you have an interrogative sentence. Had plus pronoun plus been plus verb ending in ing. So had she been reading the magazine or had you been knitting? Now comes the negative connotation where they is your pronoun in the first sentence. Had not is the next word, or also known in the contraction form as hadn't. Been and listening is the verb ending in ing, whereas to me is the object of the sentence. Similarly, you have he had not or hadn't been playing in the courtyard with the others. That is the end of this session. All the best with your practice.